Hi everybody! Well, it's still quarantine and you've all asked me about Supermodel of the Year and how my experience was, and you've all sent me your own questions, and I'm really excited to answer your questions today. So I'm here at home on my dad's property and I thought let's go through the questions that you had and have some fun. So I'm starting with day one and the meet and greet with the judges. So I'll do the first question. Let's see. First question is, what was my reaction when I came to know I was selected? Um, I didn't really have a reaction because I do so much modeling. Like, I'm just modeling every day. So when I heard that I was getting more modeling, I was like, okay. But I was thankful and I was like, okay, sure, I'll do it. But I wasn't like, oh my God, yes, I was actually a little nervous because I didn't know, like, how is the show gonna go? Are they gonna like me and all that? I had no idea. Or even, like, I didn't know what kind of tasks there would be and stuff. So I was like, what's happening? I don't know, but I'm just gonna give my best. So when I came to know I was selected, it was like mixed feelings, like happiness and also like, okay, how's it gonna go? Let's give my best. So that was it basically for me. Somebody has asked, which contestant did I think would be the toughest competition on day one? So that's interesting. When I arrived, I went by myself. I had two big suitcases. So I dragged it and we were all meeting in Malad in Mumbai. We were meeting in Malad West. So I dragged my suitcases to this hotel where we were all meeting, and my roommate was Sakshi. So I met Sakshi and I looked at her and she was very stylish and she had a great body, like she was really fit and she's very pretty also. So I saw Sakshi and I was like, oh, great. Like I didn't, somebody said that when you're in a contest, like you don't see yourself and your potential because you look around you and you're like, oh my God. So when I saw Sakshi, I was like, wow, she's gorgeous. Okay, I'm in trouble. And then I guess I didn't meet anybody else on the first day. It was just Sakshi and me, and we rested. We ordered dinner. I think I ordered spaghetti and she ordered chicken. And the next morning I met Priya. Then I met Manila. At breakfast I met Renee. I met Dvisha later. Dvisha arrived later. So as I met all the girls, and even Yukti came at the very end, I was like, they're all gorgeous. This is really tough. So I wouldn't say that any one contestant like made me nervous because all of them were really good. I think that the first one, not even the first one that I thought was really exceptionally gorgeous was Ashita. Like, she has these cute little features and she has a great body. She's really fit. So I saw her and I was like, she's my competition. She is. So probably her, and definitely Sakshi was my first impression. Like, wow, she's gorgeous. Okay, this is gonna be tough. Somebody's written, how to impress the judges. Please just don't try to impress them. If you try to impress the judges, you probably won't. So just go and be yourself and be natural and very sweet, be humble, listen to their advice. Don't talk back. Like if they're telling you they don't like something about you, don't talk back like how Renee did in the video and say, oh, I think this and you're wrong. And don't do that because the judges hate that. So they're all very, very big people. They're celebrities who have really made it in life through their own struggles. So you have to show them that respect. You have to be humble and don't even try to impress them because they have seen so much fakeness. They're just gonna know if you're being fake. So be super, super real with the judges and humble, laugh, smile. You saw what Manila did. She's just always smiling and always like, thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. And they love that. So do that. But be yourself, of course. What other question is there? Do I like the judges? Do I like the judges? I don't know. I'm joking. On day one, when I met the judges, I was wearing that pink top, and the black shorts. Anusha said that she didn't like my outfit. It's not on the show, but Anusha was like, oh, I don't like it. So I think she wasn't very sweet to me, but maybe she was just having a bad day. The judge that I liked the most was Ujwala. Like, she wasn't a judge, she was our mentor. Even though she was a little mean and she was like, oh, Anjali, your ramp walk has no presence and blah, 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 whatever she said. But she was the only one where off camera, she was actually trying to help us. Like, she was giving us advice off camera and like she would come and ask, did you have food? How are you feeling? And like even when she did, if you remember, like when I was meeting the judges and I walked in and did this ramp walk after they asked me to do it, and then Ujwala went and did the ramp walk. You can see her talking to me as she's walking. And she was encouraging me, and she was like, it's okay, just give it your best, show some confidence. So I really liked the fact that even off camera, she was trying to help us, all of us. She was doing it for all of us. So I really love her for that. Malika ma'am seems very busy. Like, I like her. I really like her. Her fashion sense is amazing. She has an amazing body. She's hot. But she's very busy. Like, she wouldn't come and speak to you. Like, but I think that's normal because she's a big celebrity. But she really has this class, like this classy air about her, you know, and this, like, she's gorgeous. I just loved her. Milind is extremely handsome. He's so handsome. That's the first thing you see when you walk in is Milind, and he has these very sharp eyes, you know, that just like look very sharply at you, and you're like, oh my god, what do I do? So Milind is super handsome, but more than handsome, he's a very good person. So meeting him and like speaking to him, he's very polite. He's not rude. Even though he's so famous and he's accomplished so much in life, he's never rude to you unless you give him a reason to be rude to you. He's always very sweet. The advice he gives you is real, so you can definitely trust Milind. I really liked Milind. Masaba is a designer. I know that she always gave me less scores, but she had a very kind personality. Like, she was never rude to us. She was always kind, always smiling, always, you know, saying something nice or trying to say something nice. So I liked Masaba, but she never gave me great scores, which is fine. That's her choice. Let's see. Anusha talks a lot, like a lot. But she's very pretty. She has lovely eyes. I like her accent. Her accent somehow makes me feel close to her because we're both from a different place and we just have these accents, and I'd love to speak Hindi, but it's difficult for me and I have an accent. So that's something that I will always have. And Anusha told me, like, don't feel bad because I also have that. And we're gonna be fine. We're gonna make it. So yeah, I really liked the fact that she was like, hey Anjali, I understand you, don't feel bad. So that was nice. She's cool. She's quite cool. Let's see. Somebody's asked how to be confident. I think confidence comes from experience and from doing things that push your limits, and then you keep pushing your limits and you do better and better. Say in modeling, if I'm doing a lot of modeling and I start getting better at my work, naturally I'm going to start feeling more confident. Confidence, just try to hang around people that love you, people that respect you, people that bring you up and, you know, encourage you in life, and that's going to help you to be confident. And I would say for me, fitness has done a huge confidence boost because I wasn't fit before, I wasn't toned, but like after I started working out, just my body felt different, it looked different, people started noticing me. So I think fitness is an extreme confidence booster. So if you're looking to be more confident, I would say work on your fitness, work on your personality, but definitely love yourself and accept yourself the way you are, and hang around friends that support you and your family if they support you, and that's great. Let's see, what's the next question? How is the shoot schedule? So I can't disclose how much time the shoot took because I'm under contract with MTV, but I can just tell you that the shoot schedule, we were shooting every single day of the week. We would wake up at 6 in the morning and get our outfits together and, you know, do our hair and makeup and have our breakfast and, you know, just meet and take those pajama kind of videos which you see, like us in our pajamas talking. We'd have to wake up at 6 and take those videos. And then you just get straight into the day. Like if there's a task happening that day, you'll get into the bus, you'll drive to the location, which might be 3 hours, might be 4 hours, it might be half an hour. And then you come back. Maybe some days you'll have dinner, or some days we'll go straight and meet the judges after the task. So just be prepared that you're shooting every single day if you're doing a good job. And you're going to be up at 6, to bed sometimes at 2 a.m., sometimes at 12 a.m. But how much do you want the job? How much do you want to be in Supermodel or any other top model show? You're going to need to have a tight schedule. And in modeling, you always have a tight schedule. But because I was always shortlisted, I was always shortlisted, I was going out every single day, waking up at 6, shooting all day, ending at 12 or 2 a.m. or 10 p.m., whatever, but I was tired. So yeah, be prepared that if you want to perform really well, you're going to be working hard. What happens on the non-shoot days? So like I said, I didn't have any non-shoot days. So the girls who stayed home, like they mostly got to chill, I think. I don't really know. They like some of them did yoga or they chatted, or you take those video bites where you're talking about the show. So if you're home on the day, you're going to take those video bites, and again that can take all day because you just talk about the whole show on camera, and then they take the clips they like and they publish those. So I remember when I did mine, like there was one day when we were all free for the day and I was like, please let me sleep. And they were like, no, you're taking your video bites. And I was like, great. I started at like, I guess 2 p.m. and I finished at like 10 p.m. So I didn't get a rest that day. But yeah, whatever. So yeah, you're basically working all the time. So somebody has asked, how do I decide what clothes and shoes to pack? And what was our diet in the model house? Okay, so as you're leaving your home to go to the show, like 5 days before, MTV will message you a long list of things to carry. It is going to cost you a little bit, but not too much. Like basically they will tell you carry 4 pairs of shorts, 1 white, black, light blue, blah blah blah. Like you will want t-shirts, you will want gym wear, you will want maybe swimwear. You will need night suits, basic stuff. Then you have to carry heels. You have to carry like nude heels, black heels, different stuff like that, like basic model stuff. It costs you a little bit of investment. Like I wanted to arrive extremely ready and I had to shop for makeup and stuff as well. So I did spend 25,000 rupees. But that was my savings and I was cool with it. Like it was such a big opportunity. I spent that. But I just want to let you know that spending more on your wardrobe is not going to affect your win. So just be as best as you can and go, and they have stylists as well who can help you out with stuff, or maybe you can borrow from friends. So definitely don't think that if you spend a lot on your wardrobe you're going to win, because that's not true. Yeah, and you might just like have made a mistake. So thankfully, yeah, I didn't really spend too much and it was enough. I actually had more clothes than was needed, and I had a lot of stuff. So you just have to be creative. Maybe try to get a stylist or a friend who's a stylist, or borrow from friends and stuff and get your clothes. Let's see. So what did we eat in the model house? So basically on set of any shoot in Mumbai, you will have like a long kind of buffet thing, but it's not like a 5-star meal. It's like a meal for everybody, for the directors, producers, all the staff, the people taking care of us. Everybody gets to eat lunch. So it's like they'll have dal khichdi, they'll have rice, they'll have sabzi, they'll maybe have curd or raita, then they'll have biryani and all that. So all that is there on some days. But then Supermodel also arranged that we get food from this fitness and nutrition company called Food Derzi, which was, I loved it because we didn't get to go to the gym. So once we started getting the Food Derzi food for the 10 of us girls, it was like extremely nutritious. I was getting like high protein and low carbs every day. So I was extremely fit throughout the show. So mostly we ate from Food Derzi, but on some days when like we were on a different location over mealtime, we maybe ate, but it was always good food, like, dal khichdi, chicken curry, something like that. Okay. On the subject of outfits, somebody asked me, are the outfits from the task your outfits or not? Okay, so when it comes to doing the tasks in MTV Supermodel of the Year, they have their own designers who give you outfits for each and every task, and sometimes even for meeting the judges. So just be aware that if you go for Supermodel of the Year, you don't have to carry your task outfits. So each task has a designer for the outfits, so you don't need to worry about bringing your own clothes for the tasks. What were my thoughts walking on the ramp? Generally, I don't think when I'm walking on the ramp, because you are given a choreography and you have to remember that choreography. So I was just focused on my choreography. If you're talking about the one where I wore Amit Agarwal's grey silver dress, on the very first time when the judges saw us, I remember that day I was really tired because we reached at like 8 in the morning, then we did hair and makeup, then we had our briefing. By the time we shot the scene, it was 11:30 p.m. at night, and I guess we had dinner already, but it was so late. I was just like, oh my god. I was tired. So I I wouldn't like use it as an excuse, but definitely I was tired walking in such a big gown, and it was just a walk. But I didn't know they wanted some, oh my god, walk. I just did a nice walk. And yeah, we all have days when we're feeling tired and stressed and stuff. And day one was really stressful because you land on such a big set. And you're like, the minute I walked into that judging set with, all the lights and the stairs and everything, it's very overwhelming. You see it and you're like, oh my god, this is glamorous, And it's just like, it's every girl's dream. At the same time, it's like, what am I doing here? Now I have to really perform. So day one was extremely stressful. I looked worried. All the girls were like, Anjali, relax, chill, breathe. I was like, okay, it's a lot, it's really a lot. Plus everyone on camera was like, Hindi baat karo, Hindi baat karo. They're like, speak something in Hindi. I was like, I'm really struggling with Hindi. And I tried, but just for day one, I was stressed out. Thankfully, after meeting the judges, I was like, perform. You have to perform. And I did. I also get nervous. I get like, oh my God. But I try not to, because that's not professional in modeling. In modeling, you come to extremely glamorous sets or situations which are tough, or situations where you don't know what's happening and you just have to do it. Let's see. Was I nervous? I was a little nervous just because everything was so new. I was competing. There was 10 contestants. We didn't know the format yet of the show. So yeah, I was a little nervous. And then I knew the judges were sitting in the audience. So yeah, it was quite something. And I remember walking in onto the set. Ujwala ma'am was the first thing I saw, and I looked at her and I said, wow, because I've seen her walk in Victoria's Secret. I've seen her walk in all these massive shows, and that is somebody that I would love to be like, and somebody I respect so much. So I remember like a lot of tension on day one, a lot of tension, but try not to take tension. Just breathe. It looks extremely big, but it's going to be fine. Somebody has asked, is the meet and greet scripted? The meet and greet is not scripted, no. The judges have their questions to ask you, but you are answering in the way you want to answer and with whatever content you want to say. So it is not scripted at all. MTV might ask you to speak on, an interesting part of your personality. Like, for instance, I was asked to sing in Hindi. I didn't just arrive there and sing in Hindi. I was asked to sing in Hindi, so I had to Google the song the night before. I memorized it all day long. What has made me nervous was memorizing it all day long and being like, I had to practice. I remember I was with Manila. I was practicing. Okay, Manila, sing it back to me. What is it? We did it for like 2 hours, Manila, and I practiced the song. She was the only one that was helping me. So I was like thankful, but that was a lot of tension for me because I was asked to perform this when I've never performed a Hindi song before. I don't even speak Hindi so well. So yeah, that they do ask you stuff like that. But again, just be confident and the judges are going to love you for it. Somebody asked me what goals did I want to achieve on the meet and greet. I think on the meet and greet, I just set a goal that I wanted the judges to like me and to make a great first impression. So half it kind of worked. Also, the judges didn't really like me at first. But if you set a strong goal for yourself and then you go there, at least you have a goal in your mind, So even if people don't like you, at least you have a goal. So my goal was definitely for the judges to like me and yeah, just for, to have a great first impression. So I think I definitely stood out, even though there was like some question as to, what I was wearing and my ramp walk. I still was standing out, in these tiny little shorts and this pink blazer. Like everyone was like, who is this girl? So definitely I reached my goal of standing out. And yeah, you should make a goal for yourself, like what you want to achieve. But don't do anything like super, super crazy just to stand out. I mean, I'm just saying, you can as well. That's completely your choice. Did I plan what to say at the interview? A little bit. So basically for my introduction, like especially in modeling or in pageants, you have an introduction, like where you're from, what your family's like, where you studied, how many siblings you have. That's normal. So if somebody asks me, I have the same introduction all the time because that's me. But if the judges ask you a specific question, you have to answer on that question and maybe you have not prepared. So maybe they would ask me about my ears in my childhood, then I had to think back to that time. What was it like? Or, stuff like that. Or if they say, we didn't like your ramp walk, you suddenly have to think of an answer to say to them. And if they say something like that to you, don't snap back and be like so offended, don't do that. So if you remember what I did, I was shocked and very surprised because I'm an experienced ramp model. But I really want their good favor. Like, I wanted them to like me. So I was like, okay, ma'am, I'll do better. Okay, sir, thank you. So that is, I think, I wouldn't say like it works for everybody, but it really worked for me. And that's the only way to survive. Personally, I think in Supermodel is if you have humility. And when somebody tells you they don't like something or you need to change something, do not talk back. Even if you're really angry, just be like, yes, I will do it. Thank you. And then do better and be confident. I think that works. Somebody's written, how does it feel to stand in front of the judges? I think in the moment when all this adrenaline is running through your body, when I was standing there, I just forgot the camera was even there. There was maybe 10 cameras in the room shooting from different angles. All the directors, staff, all the light people, everyone is standing on the side. So there's at least 50 people on your left side, for me at least. And then there's the 4 or 5 judges in the front, which are extremely famous people. But at that moment, I'm speaking about me and my life, and I'm making an impression. So kind of all the details about who was there, what was there, how many cameras, who's watching, it all just faded away. And I was just focused on my performance and just do that. But again, I'm very used to giving intros. So if you feel that you might be nervous or scared, why don't you get in front of the mirror and practice your intro? Or get a camera and practice your intro on camera. Or just do that, like speak in front of your mom, your intro, speak in front of your sisters or your friends. Just give your intro 100 times, so no matter who you stand in front of, you're not gonna be scared. What do I think you should do on the intro round? I think you should be yourself, be honest, smile. Be honest, that's it. And give a good story, give a real story, speak from your heart, and that's gonna work well for you. Somebody's written, what was my attitude towards the show? You should know that. If you ask me in one sentence, what was my attitude? I wanted to win. I was like that focused. And you know what? Even if I didn't win, I gave such a winning performance that people will never forget. Like crazy poses underwater and crazy poses in the sky. My attitude was win. Like, forget everything and just win. Always have a good attitude, positive attitude. But also learn how to take a loss, because you will always have losses in the fashion industry. There's so much competition. You can't be so soft-hearted that when something happens, you just get completely shaken. You have to take a loss. It will hurt for a little bit, but then you just get up and you keep going and more opportunities just come to you. So just learn how to deal with it and to keep going. I think one of the questions I like the best, somebody's written, what was the brief for dressing up? So the brief for dressing up for the meet and greet was we were supposed to wear our own outfits, something that tells our personality. So it's not supposed to be some most stylish or, all black or, whatever. It was supposed to be something that is you. So I'll tell you what my outfit was supposed to mean. And somebody's actually asked that question. They said, what did I want my outfit to say or to depict? So for me, when it came to my outfit, I really thought carefully. Like, I went through all the outfits in my suitcase, which was maybe 25 outfits, and actually more, maybe 30 plus. So I went through all my outfits and they were all nice, they were colorful, they were things MTV wanted, but what did I want? What is me? So I just remembered my journey in the fashion industry, starting out in Germany. When I was 16, I started just researching all the supermodels internationally, the big ones, like Claudia Schiffer, Naomi Campbell, Giselle Bundchen, all these famous models. These are my icons, Alicia Rout, Ujwala Rout, the real supermodels who walk the ramp at Victoria's Secret. All these kind of models are my ideal supermodel. So when I started out as a model, I wasn't thinking I want to be a model, bus. I'm thinking supermodel from day one. So what I started doing when I started modeling, I started training my body at the gym, just getting fit, getting toned. I was chubby. I was not toned. I had like cute little arms and cheeks, and there's nothing wrong with cheeks, but I just had little chub everywhere. So I wanted to be a supermodel. I started training every day for 2 or 3 hours in the gym or in my room and just did my exercises dedicatedly every single day. And my body started changing, and finally I got a supermodel body. So I guess when I walked into the show, I think that my body represents me the best because it's showing the work I've done for 6 years. And more than any outfit, my body is showing how dedicated I am to this field because I've worked on myself so much. So I don't think any one outfit can describe me, but the way that I have groomed myself describes me. So I wanted an outfit that just shows off my abs, my toned legs, whatever I've done, all the work I've done for the last 6 years. I wanted to show that. It takes a lot of dedication. So that's what my outfit was. My outfit was showing, look, this is what I've done and I'm proud of it. And this is me, I'm coming here with a supermodel body and I'm ready to win this show. So that's the way I walked onto the stage, was like, here's the amount of hard work I've put in and I'm willing to work even harder here on the show. So that was my outfit, and I guess I love neons. So I had this neon jacket because neon for me, it like describes my personality. It's a really loud personality with a lot of color, a lot of strength, like just a wild personality. So I wore me on the stage, and no matter who was happy with it, I was happy with it, and I knew this is me. Like, it cannot change. This is me, me, me. So yes, some people wrote to me like on my posts and they were like, oh, we don't like Anjali's costume because it's all about body, and being a supermodel is not all about body, and whatnot people wrote. I think people make a lot of judgments without knowing the facts or without even knowing what a supermodel is. But guys, let me tell you, especially internationally, I'm talking not reality shows, not MTV, not anything like that. Internationally, if you Google any supermodel, she will have an amazing body which she's worked on really hard. So yes, I'm sorry to offend some people, but being a supermodel starts with your body, with your skin, with your fitness, with you outside. Sadly, modeling is about what you see out here. It's not about your soul and your heart and your good intentions. Modeling is all about your body, your face, your hair, your skin. So how well are you maintaining yourself? Because supermodel is all about that internationally. And I wanted to bring that international taste to India because internationally is where I started my modeling journey. I started in Germany. So yes, to answer all those comments that, oh, Anjali showed too much body and supermodel's not about body, please do your research because yes, it is. It's not just about body, it's also about your talent. But I think if you've worked that hard on yourself, the talent is going to come. Okay guys, that was my journey on day one and the meet and greet of Supermodel of the Year. I was answering your questions which you sent to me on Instagram. I hope you've loved it. Let me know in the comments what you liked. If you'd like to know anything else, get ready next week because I'm going to be talking about the zipline task, all about posing, and what I was feeling in answer to your questions. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please click subscribe and the bell icon so that you can get all my videos about Supermodel of the Year and modeling, which are coming very, very soon. And thank you so much for following my channel and for all your love and support. I love you all so much. Bye. See you soon.